青や強がって飛び乗って風に流って青空昨日を越えろ
Hello everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to Talking Mons, our Digimon Adventure 2020 recap podcast. My name is JD, and I am joined as usual by Jeanette and Gary.
Hello.
Hi.
And this week we are talking about episode 59 and episode 60. Damn, we are really getting into the end game here. Episode 59, Bolt, Hercules, Kabuterimon, and episode 60, Vikemon Ventures the Glaciers. As you can probably tell by those two titles, both Tentomon and Gomamon finally got their mega forms. We kind of got a cock tease a couple weeks ago for Gomamon during the Hot Springs episode. Didn't get it there. And we got teased for Tentomon's final evolution, 20 episodes ago?
Yeah, what? A long time ago.
When Agumon got a second evolution instead. That was fucked up. But we'll go ahead and start with episode 59, Bolt, Hercules, Kabuterimon, or Heracule, I don't know, whatever his Japanese name, but I don't know how to pronounce it. So last week we were I was kind of feeling hyped on this one because this is gonna be like a fucking giant beetle kaiju fight, and it kind of is at the end, but it really isn't that, and I'm kind of okay with that.
Yeah.
I am too.
So basically, Izzy is called to this valley by his compass, and he is presented to Datamon, who basically says, hey, remember that Waymon from 30 episodes ago that you were friends with? I actually not even that less. I think it was this is first 10 episodes.
Beginning.
This is way early. I kind of forgot about it.
In the first 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Datamon's basically I have this Waymon that you're friends with. I'm going to torture and kill him from this evolved version of this Okuamon, Kawagamon thing that you fought a while back. Now it is Grand Kawagamon, the Mega form. I'm going to kill this Waymon unless you go through my dungeon full of riddles and solve the riddles.
So it's Saw.
A very light version of it, but yeah, kind of.
It's Saw Digimon Edition.
Yeah. So basically, they enter this. They are basically presented with all these riddles, trying to which corridor do we take? Is this thing an illusion? Just these kind of very vague, very obfuscated riddles. And Izzy is basically trying to figure these out. Gets right answers, gets wrong answers, and just tries to make his way through the dungeon to get to the end and confront Datamon. So I'd like to get what you guys thought about this. I personally thought the kind of the twist about this is actually going to be a problem solving episode. I found it actually kind of interesting.
Yeah, I like that it's not a battle focus.
Yeah.
Even though there is battle, it's more of a decoy when we get to the end.
And it's a tense episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprisingly so.
Yeah, because sorry, go ahead, Gary.
Oh no, I have to wonder if there were any thing that we missed in translation in regarding the riddles and the clues. Because there's only so much you can put into both verbally and on text that can be translated that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's any either puns or hidden metaphor, that kind of thing.
Yeah, because when Datamon listed out the riddle, it's like a little haiku basically or something like that. It's just this short little riddle. They were such in a way that I really didn't really catch what it was about. I really only pieced it together from Izzy piecing it together. So I could totally see where maybe it's not entirely you can't entirely translate it So maybe we missed a little bit of something, but like I could follow it for the most part, I guess.
Yeah. I think there was a lot lost in translation. I could not follow what was really going on with the riddles. But then I have trouble taking things beyond their literal meaning, so not surprising.
Yeah.
It's like, Izzy, you're smart. You're smarter than me. Good thing you can figure this out.
And
But-
so sorry, go ahead, Gary.
I don't know. I did like that he didn't solve everything. Like he didn't make mistake, which resulted in Tai and Agumon being kidnapped.
And honestly, I'm glad they went that route because it leads to a really nice moment with Izzy and Tentamon towards the end, is where Izzy has gotten 2 wrong answers, which Tai and Agumon get vaporized off into Datamon's lab. And Izzy is like in the middle of having a breakdown, like, maybe I'm not as smart as I think I am. And like this, he's just having a hard time processing everything that's going on. And Tentamon basically just grabs him by the shoulders, like, no, you're amazing. We'll get this together. It's going to be okay. And like Izzy like immediately snaps out of it. Like, you're right. Okay, we gotta figure this out. And I'm like, that is a really nice moment for those. Shows the relationship they have with each other, where Tentamon is just like so overly supportive of Izzy's quest for knowledge and like wanting him to be the best person he can be. And I really like that moment between them.
Yes. Just Izzy and Tentamon's relationship. It's so wholesome. I think I actually it's my favorite relationship between a person and Digimon, edging out like Joe and Goemon, just because it's perfect. Just perfect.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of has that parallels where the character, the human character is like kind of this extreme personality, and the Digimon is trying to be like as supportive of them as they can be. I just like it with whereas Joe, I feel like in some interpretations and even like early on was like really dismissive of Goemon. Whereas Tentamon and Izzy, I feel like clicked immediately, and like they just have a really good dynamic. So I just think it's really well put together there.
Yeah,
Yes.
it feels like what a good partnership should be.
Yeah. But then by the end of it, we they like Tentamon like evolves and like can't take on Grand Kawagamon. So we finally get Hercules Kabuterimon, who is this big tan looking monstrosity. And I feel like we always play the game of, is this deserved whenever anyone gets a mega form? And I think I would argue that, I think this one is well deserved, especially everything they went through in the cave. Yeah. And then we get our big kaiju bug fight, and I like it. And it's not, I think nothing will top the fight between Mega Kabuterimon and Okuamon, where he's basically boxing him in the face.
Yes.
I think that's still the best bug fight. But this is still good. I like that they continued the fucking Kawagamon Kabuterimon rivalry. So it was cool to kind of see what I assume is the conclusion to that kind of arc.
I like seeing Whalemon again. I really like Whalemon.
Yeah, good to see our old friend Waymon. And then
I really hope they freed him.
Yeah, I think he's all good now. I do like that once they find Datamon, we just kind of find out he's been controlled by those weird soundbird things that have been popping up periodically, and like once he's freed of that control, he just like apparently is Izzy's biggest fan, and he's like Garbagemon's like assistant or something.
Yeah, it's so cute.
He's like, damn, we're just tying this all together.
He's not like the psychopath that he originally seemed like. He's just
He's adorable.
And I like his tiny little kid voice that is like, oh my god, Izzy, I've heard so much about you. You're amazing, and like I want to be your friend now.
Whatever voice person did the voice for I forget his name again, but knowledge the bad guy.
Datamon.
Datamon. I really liked them.
Yeah, he's cute.
Jeremy Snow here, owner and editor-in-chief of The Geekly Grind. I'm interrupting your awesome, regularly scheduled programming to ensure that you know about our Geekly Grind podcast network, of which this show is a treasured member of. If you haven't had a chance to check out our site, you can do so at www.thegeeklygrind.com, and while you're there, check out the other members of our steadily growing podcast family, including the anime-centric Blake and Spencer Get Jumped, discovering new heroes and comic book keepers with Chris and Lance, exploring the vast universe of geekdom with Geeksploration, or of course appreciating animation's finer details with the Ink and Paint Club. Escape your weekly grind at The Geekly Grind.
All right, so we'll move on to the next episode, Vikemon Ventures the Glaciers. This was a fun one, and I was totally with this episode until the last 2 seconds. Because I thought we were going to get an entire episode that didn't involve Ty. And he shows up the last 2 seconds of this episode, like, oh, hey, guys, what's up?
See, that doesn't count. Ty does nothing except appear and just be too late to do anything.
He literally just shows up, and then like when
interaction.
Yeah, it's a Mimi and Joe episode, and literally Ty shows up at the last second and be like, oh, hey, guys, what's been going on? Joe's like, it's a long story.
Mm-hmm.
But no, Joe and Gomamon, like, they get a really nice episode this week. Because basically, for some reason, the hot springs that they had been manning have dried up, and everyone is freezing cold now. So Joe is basically taking it upon himself, like, I will lead you to a warmer climate and where you guys can live and be safe. Somehow they end up in the Arctic snow. Not sure how that happened. I'd also like to mention that everyone, no matter what species or size you are, has the same brown coat. Still not sure how that works.
Where did they get that?
Joe, Gomamon, and Shogun Gekomon all have the same brown coat. By the way, Gomamon in a little coat is adorable, and I love him.
Well, you see, on Wednesdays we wear brown coats.
Yeah. So they are eventually picked up by Mimi, who apparently hopped a ride on a blimp, is hanging out with Bancho Mamimon from a few episodes ago. I guess they're just hanging out, and she says they're on a field trip. I guess. Because some of the other monsters are there too. So they pick up Joe and his gang. But they are then sought upon by pirates. Fucking Viking pirates are just like sailing down the river, and they're like, we're gonna jack this blimp, and we're gonna take all their food and their women and whatnot. So we get this fucking pirate battle.
Beautiful.
I don't know if I should be annoyed or just love it that Blimpmon, even though there's a bunch of cannon on it, doesn't have any ammo. Like, this is the first time I've seen Digimon with a gun to have to worry about ammo.
Yeah, they're like, doesn't Blimpmon have any weapons? Like, he does, but he's out of ammo right now, and all the cannons are taped up.
oh yeah, and like the one Mega Digimon that's on the ship, like his bat's in the repair shop.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Monchimon's like, yeah, I would totally take care of this, but my bat's in the shop right now, so I don't know what I can do. And I'm like, you can still punch something. I'm sure your tower is not tied to your baseball bat.
You're a Mega Digimon. I'm sure you can do something.
Yeah. But yeah, it kind of turns out that this Viking dude named Olegmon, who I love and hate his design. Yeah. I like everything but his face. His face is doofy and stupid.
I think it adds a certain charm.
He's goofy looking. But it turns out he kind of became a pirate by necessity because his homeland just like ran out of food or something. So he had to take his entire crew and like, we're gonna set sail to find a new place to live that's gonna be warm and has plenty of food. But we never found it, so we have to like become pirates and steal food from other people to survive.
The people that the other people don't care about hostage, so we can get food.
Yeah, because it's funny because they take Gomamon and Joe hostage. And then they break out and start like going down the hallways to escape. And then they run into like this little Kappa dude. And he's like, I'm going to fight you. But he's like, oh, wait, I don't have the energy to do this. I'm so flippin' hungry. So he just kind of collapses. And that's where he gets the sad story about why Olegmon is a pirate.
Yeah.
Just
wants to feed his crew.
Yeah. But that kind of leads to Joe. Well, it's funny because Joe does not make these declarations of war. Mimi makes them for him. She's hiding underneath him, trying to talk for him, which I find really funny. Basically, it leads Joe and Olegmon okay, if Olegmon wins, you can have all of our food and all of our stuff. It's fine. But if Joe wins, Olegmon becomes Joe's lackey. And Olegmon is so confident in himself. He's like, yeah, okay, I'll take that bet. But through this fight, Gomon finally gets his mega form, which we know is Vikemon, so it is very thematically apropos, I guess. I like Vikemon. He's a big doofy Viking walrus with fucking mace nunchucks.
I love Vikemon too. I wasn't sold at first, but he's grown on me.
I like him. He's cool. Gomon pretty much is a solid evolution line.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, so Vikemon wins the fight, so that means Olegmon is now Joe's lackey, so they all kind of just get together. Blipmon tows the pirate ship along with them, and they ended up finding a nice warm beach, plenty of food and everything. It's like, okay, well, everybody's just gonna live here now. Like Joe's group and Olegmon's pirate group, they're all just gonna be buds now and hang out here. And then Ty shows up and asks what's going on. And
God damn it, Ty.
Yeah, I do like that Joe was given 7 different titles by different people for this episode.
Yes.
He is leader. He is master. He is lord. He is shogun. He is captain. He is everything.
Yes. See, what I really liked is Joe helped out the pirate gang in a way that preserved their pride by challenging them to battle rather than being trying to go about it in a way that would have absolutely humiliated the pirate captain.
He lets the captain maintain his dignity by having a fight. He wins the fight. He loses the fight fair and square. So I mean, he loses gracefully.
I have to admit, I'm a little sad that this is the last time we'll probably see the Hot Springs crew. They've really grown on me.
Oh, so sure. I am convinced that because it seems like every child is teaming up with at least one other Digimon, if not a group of Digimon, and I'm almost convinced that by the end of the series, every one of those Digimon will amass into a big army.
I hope so.
Because Sora's got the little digger guy, though I guess he kind of went off with Ty at one point. But Joe's got the Hot Springs crew. Mimi's got the school. I guess Izzy has Datamon now.
Izzy has the knowledge crew.
Yeah, he's got everyone in the tree, and we know Leomon's still out there with the Resistance Army, so we haven't heard from them in a while. But
and then Matt's got that furry.
Oh yeah, he's got the little village.
Yeah.
He's got the village dudes. So yeah, I'm convinced that everyone is going to come together with their own little group, and they're just going to become a little ragtag army to fight whatever this grand catastrophe is going to be. Which they need to get on that. We got 6 episodes left.
We need to start prepping for that.
Right. I'm pretty sure the next episode is a TK episode, so I'm not really sure what it's about.
I think it looks like they're trying to return the little tree castle to where he came from.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I guess we'll see what that's about. But
then that should wrap up the Mega Evolutions if he Mega Evolves next episode.
Well, I mean, if he goes into Serapimon, I guess, because he already Patamon already has a Mega form.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that we're gonna get Gatomon and Patamon are gonna get their other finals because we already teased with Orphanamon back in Gatomon's episode, a couple episodes back. And I don't know if we're gonna get a similar tease with Serapimon next episode, or if we'll actually see him. My best guess is those two will probably be saved for like last, and they'll come out during like the final fight. I imagine it's gonna be like how Magda Angemon didn't show up until the last couple episodes of the series, the original series.
Yeah.
So it's probably, I'm guessing it's gonna be something like that, but I guess we'll see. Yeah. Anything else you guys want to mention for this week before we wrap up?
I'm a little surprised that the pirate boat wasn't a Digimon.
Yeah.
It's just an actual boat.
Yeah. We got Blimpmon who's alive. I mean, why isn't I was expecting the boat to be alive as well, but
or something.
Nope, it's just a boat.
I don't have anything else. That's all I got.
Okay.
I am enjoying these problem-solving episodes rather than a pure fight evil bad guy episodes.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, it's always fun watching these kids actually like try to figure something out rather than brute force their way through something. So
yeah, I've really liked for the most part the Mega series of episodes. I think they've been pretty great.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys. Well, that will do us for this week. Let us know what you thought about in the comments or the Twitters or whatever. You know where to find us in the description, all that good stuff. Look, guys, we're only a couple episodes away from finishing this. There's 6 episodes left. We do 2 each, so we got like maybe 3 episodes left of Talking Mons. So, man, I can't wait to see how this all ends. I mean, it's been a journey for sure.
Yes.
Everybody, thank you for listening this week. Hope you had fun. Stay safe out there, and we will catch you again next time.
Bye.